Bye, people. I gotta go to bed. Hit it. Bye.
Right. Let's get this thing started, man.
Introducing the Couch Rider Raven Report. Let's go. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. Couch Rider. Ravens, Ravens, hey, Ravens. We gon' ride out. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. Couch Rider. Ravens, Ravens, hey, Ravens. We gon' ride out.
For some of you Twitter gangsters, this is just a hobby, original sports perspective. You can't stop me. Couch Rider Report, it's reflective. Please respect it. You will get checked, and your knowledge will be tested. I ain't the coldest Raven, but this is my show. Shout out to the Barry White rap for the beat, though.
Welcome back to the home of original sports perspective from our couch to yours. This is your Couch Rider Raven. My co-host Kam Ru should be on a little bit later on, but we'll see what happens. Thanks for coming through. I appreciate you. Something weird is happening with the subscribers. Y'all will probably be like, what in the heck? Now we just hit 179. And so we have dropped like 4 subscribers. I don't know what's going on with the show. It's just that bad and people just going out. But I do see some subscribing and I see some unsubscribing. So please, thank you for coming through, trading out the real for the for the fake. So hey, I appreciate all of y'all that are here today. Because you could be anywhere in the world, but you're still here with your boy. And with that said, please hit the like button, hit subscribe, and smack that bell so you know when it's going down. All right, folks. I'm gonna get into the motivation, and we're gonna spend the first couple of minutes just ranting. We're gonna get it out of our system, and then we're gonna move forward, as Belichick said, on Cleveland. We're on to Cleveland this week. All right. So before I get to the motivation, let's just see who's in the room right quick. Lisa, she already down to business. We'll get to that in a second. She says, whoever wants to talk trash, bring it on, buddy. Yeah. We'll get to that. Kenny D is here. What's good? Hey, Lisa, how you doing? All right. Kenny D's already given references as to what we can look at as far as a preview. And then, whoever is here. Oh, my goodness. Here we go. Gerald is in the building. Loving it. Kenny D is like, all right, go Steelers. He ready. Omar said Browns fans calling for a blowout. Oh, my gosh. Here we go. All right, Omar, appreciate you coming through. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, man. Smack that bell. Let's jump right into this thing. We're going to go into our motivational moment. So when it comes to our motivational moment, it's going to be tough times. We just had a tough time this past weekend. But we already know that this too shall pass. It might pass like a kidney stone. Ooh. Shout out to Brother Moore. Sorry, bro. But it will pass. Just know that, hey, look, it's going to be some tough times ahead. We're going to hit a bump here and there. We might get Uncle Rico. I don't even think we can call him Uncle Rico now. We have to actually call him by his government name because he is legit. He got us. Was he magnificent? No. But he was the man on the field when they got that W. When their kicker looked better than our kicker. When Justin Tucker looked like he probably should have been not playing at all. I don't know if he lost a step. I'm not sure if that was just a fluke. I still believe in the GOAT. But Justin Tucker's still that dude. It was a 61-yard. It's not a gimme. We know that. With Justin, we've been spoiled. We've been used to that. I don't know what happened. You tell me. Anyway, so your motivational moment is just recognize that there are going to be tough times that you're going to have to go through. There are going to be times when you're going to feel like you can't make it. But you got to pass that kidney stone and keep rocking. Keep going on. Now, I'm not saying, and then change your diet, of course, because you change your diet, that might affect the amount of kidney stones that you're going to have in the future. Now, I'm sorry about y'all. I ain't got no kidney stones, so I'm going to go ahead and keep these things rocking or whatever. Let's go. All right, so we into it. Oh, Brooks in the building. You saying hi to Gerald? Let's see. Lisa says, Ravens purple will prevail. We'll bounce back. Whoever says LOL, Gardner Minshew. Yeah, he did. He got us, man. He got us. You know what? But Baker took his too this weekend, so I want to hear it, Wilbur. I want to hear it. I know this is your week. This is your week. We're gonna get into you. We're gonna get into this. I need to rant. I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated for my boy Rashad Bateman. I'm frustrated that Lamar can't hold on to the ball. He's just dropping it like marbles on the floor. I'm dropping it like my kids in the D&D dice. As I'm trying to go through the campaign and just dropping it. Fumbling. Throwing balls in the dirt. Offensive performance. Yes, there was referee issues. Yes, there was a hold. Yes, there was a face mask. These things did not get caught. Yes, there was a push-off by the running back for that touchdown. But these things happen. You can't leave it to the cards. I don't know how many times I've told y'all when it comes to boxing, you never let it get to the cards. This was a fight, and we left it to the cards, and the rest did not bail us out. And for that, we took the first L of the season. For that, we had a ton of injuries going on because we didn't prepare properly, didn't have these preseason games. So, yeah, I'm a little frustrated. I'm a little hot right now because of the fact that these Ravens ain't looking like everything that was hyped up during the offseason that we thought we was going to be. I'm a little hot that Lamar's taking over these plays in the huddle, and guess whose offense is it starting to look like? Whose offense is this starting to look like? Because Lamar's taking over the plays. We hired Monken to be the play caller, and we letting Lamar take over some of the plays at the huddle, at the line of scrimmage. Message. It's starting to look like Greg Roman's plays, folks. We hired Monken to make it not look like Greg Roman's playbook. We got a little bit of that back. We need to use what we have to get where we need to go. And I mean, you actually use those guys. There should be no reason that Rashad Bateman should only have 6 receiving yards. I don't blame him for feigning a hamstring injury because that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. He faked that injury because he was frustrated. When you got 3 targets, 6 yards total, that's what happened. Cameron might have a different story, but I'm telling you right now, when you get that type of frustration or whatever, let somebody else hit it because obviously you ain't getting on the field. Anyway, speaking of which, Kam Ru is here. He's here in the building. All right. So I was in my feelings for a bit. Now Kam Ru's here. So we're going to let him speak his mind once you get in here for a second. I think his connection is janky or whatever. We got to figure that out. Anyway, but I am at the part where I'm like, hey, what's up with Bateman? What's up with Bateman? Because this is the guy who in the past, he showed up against the Browns. So I'm looking for him showing up against the Browns because each time he's had at least 30 yards receiving against the Browns. In 2021, he had 7 receptions, 103 yards. He was that guy in what should have been a touchdown against the Browns. And that was week 14. Week, 12. He went 4 receptions for 31 yards. He was just starting to heat up. I get it. Cool. And then in 2022, he had 4 receptions for 42 yards. I want to see more production. And I want to see those tickets, that time, that money go over to Rashad Bateman. Yes, we got all these wide receivers. We need to feed them. Let me show you what we look like right now. It's not looking fantastic. It's not looking great. But I'm going to show you anyway. If I actually uploaded it. Here it is. But it's not looking good. We sit here, we talked all this stuff about all these first round wide receivers. How many we got? What we gonna do? You got rid of Prochet. And now he's about to be a Steeler. Y'all killing me. But look at this. Look at this. Am I hot? Yes, I'm hot. Because you got George Pickens at the top. You got Zay sitting there. Okay, that's great. You got 140. Cool. Amari doing his thing. Amari has been looking really good. And he's going to be a problem. He's had 206 yards over the last 2 games. 206 yards in the last 2 games. So that stat is up to date. Jamar Chase, 7. Odell Beckham, 66. Nelly, 63. And Bateman sitting down there with 53. Is that where we want to be at? Is this where we want to be? Is this our ceiling? Still being at the bottom of the North? Middle to the bottom of the North when it comes to receiving? Yeah, I see Zay up there, but Zay has been the only target. He has been the only target. Lamar has had tunnel vision out of this world when there are other receivers out there on the field, including Mandrews. Get this man the ball. Want to move some chains? Stop going to Zay all day. Anyway, all right. Kam Ru been sitting here like he on timeout. Sorry, y'all. What's up, man?
I'm just listening to you running at the muck.
I was hot. That's what this segment is, in my feelings.
You are definitely in your feelings. We can replace
In
the segment
my
instead of
feelings right
asking
now.
what I had for dinner.
Look, I was this close. This close for doing the show on Monday. I was so hot.
What?
I said I was this close for doing the show on Monday. I was so hot. I was like, all right, I should do it. I was like, I should chill. I was like, I'm gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine. Yeah. So
What's wrong with you, G? What's wrong, bro?
Sorry. Let's pay the bills. See you all here right here.
What is it?
All right, Brooke, what's good? Lisa's here. Gerald's here. Brooke says, we're going to lose games, Lisa. I don't care about that. Browns game will be our comeback. All right, you heard it, Will. You heard it, Will. Browns game will be our comeback. And I'm going to tell you why.
Wilbur came in talking.
Huh?
Wilbur came in talking real good.
Oh, yeah. He already, he was in here. He was ready. We got a Steelers fan in the room. We got Wilbur in the room. I mean, he ready. He's talking about Baker would never lose to Gardner Minshew, bruh.
What y'all talk? I'll wait. Y'all, you in the mood, so I'm just gonna sit here and listen.
You good. All right, bro. What Brooke say? She said it was one game. Hermaine. Oh Lord.
Oh man.
I'll stop making these renditions.
Jermaine.
All right, so you sound like some of the crazy dudes in the group. No, I'm just saying I'm hot because we could have did better. We should have came out with that W. And yes, there were situations that were out of our control that the ref screwed us on, but we should have never got to let it get that close. We should have never got that close.
About 3 or 4 of them. Not just 1 or 2. Not just the Zay Flowers. There's about 3 or 4 of them that they should have been some personal fouls or somehow. But go ahead, I'm listening.
Yeah, and when you got Lamar, I mean, I love him. It's my guy. You see it.
Mm-hmm.
He's throwing behind receivers, bro.
Huh?
He was throwing behind receivers. I don't care if they talking about, he trying to save somebody. Said no, lead the daggone receiver, bro. Lead the receiver.
We don't know what the situation is. I mean, I know the ball was wet, a little slick. Sometimes he did throw behind receivers, but sometimes they were supposed to sit down. They playing zone. You sit down in the zone, so it's a miscommunication. Again, you're gonna have those kinks. This a new offense. It's only week 3. This is technically their preseason. Their first 3 games, first 3-4 games is going first 3 mainly. Since it's 3, what up? It's gonna be preseason. Come in.
Who else in
there? Y'all talking real bad about like he ain't used. Well, I ain't hear nobody else's voice but yours.
Yeah.
Somebody not looking at nobody else, but how much you're not looking at he had no time to look for anybody.
You sure didn't, and that's gonna cause a problem this week. If Stanley don't come back this week, we're gonna have even more problems.
It don't matter. They gotta get back. I mean, it'll matter. Let me correct myself. It's gonna matter if they don't play like they did that first game. Hopefully, he good. Because he didn't play that well in that Texas game either. But my whole thing is that he had no time. The both of the fumbles, all the fumbles except that one when he's running is in the pocket. You get beat on a speed rush. Lamar ain't gonna see that. He ain't gonna see that. That happened. That happened when we played Cincinnati too. He got beat on the speed rush. I mean, I know everybody love Patrick McCarry, but you know what I mean. Like,
yeah, I mean he ain't no Stan. We know that.
He ain't no. That's why he a backup for a reason. Okay, and he's not a true tackle. Well, he played tackle in college, but he's not a true tackle.
All I'm saying is Lamar need to target somebody else, bro.
Hold on. Let me finish. Since you was going heavy.
I'm still here.
A little bit.
I'm still here.
Look, Lamar didn't play his best game, but I'm gonna defend him a little bit because everybody keep thinking like he when he had time he went through his reads. It was one time that Bateman was wide open. He couldn't get the ball to Bateman.
Oh, a couple times Bateman was wide open.
He couldn't. Bateman did a double move. He was wide open. He couldn't get to him.
Yeah. The concept is even legal. By the time,
hold on.
Like when he was open,
huh?
When he was open, it was an even leaving concept or like that. And Lamar, when you look at it, Lamar had to try to make that throw, but he was targeting Zay once again.
No, he wasn't targeting Zay. Zay was the outlet. That's the only reason he targeted him. Zay was running the short route. Only reason he didn't hit, and he was the main target. They was gonna go. They didn't take any deep shots. He had no time.
He should have took
Kevin
that.
Zeitler's supposed to be out there.
It could have been a flick of the wrist because
Bro,
he saw it and then he switched.
you flicking. All right, look, we're gonna stop right here. And now one of us, ain't nobody in here gonna say what it could have been and what it's gonna be.
Yeah, I get it. Like you in there, you're under pressure, but at the same time, this man was eyeballing Zay the whole dang game.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't in that position.
How many targets they get?
How many targets he got?
How many targets they get? How many targets they get all daggone season? He been sitting here peppering Zay instead of going. Look,
that's not true.
I mean, how much love has Rashad got this entire?
I can say you can say that in the first game. You can't say that in the second game because the main two that got the most targets in the second game was Andrews and Nelly. It would have been Odell because it was Odell's show all the way down the field until he got injured. So you can't say that. This game, you couldn't take the top off the defense because number one, they played back, and number two, if your best isn't our best lineman other than Stanley supposed to be Kevin Zeitler?
Supposed to be.
Okay, so why the tackle already in my lap when I get ready to throw the ball and then he fumbled the ball?
Moses too. You saw Moses because you saw Moses was dropping.
No. We ain't even gonna get to Moses yet. We gonna Kevin Zeitler because he want the contract. So let's look. We gonna call a spade. We gonna call them all out. We ain't gonna just put it on 8 because 8 he did something. He was
it was pressure. It was definitely pressure, but at the same time, find another target.
I'm not blaming him for those fumbles. I'm gonna blame him for maybe one when he tried to pull it back, but you had no place to go. He was man. It was like a black hole. It shrunk in so quick. Okay, so he can't get it. He's not gonna be able to get it to nobody if Zay is running a short route and Bateman's out there doing a double move. How much time you got? How much time you got? Tell me how much time.
That was not every play though. That wasn't every play. There were times when he was just simply cued in on Zay. He was cued in on Zay. When you get 10 targets a game and you're talking about the outside wide receivers is only getting three targets.
You gotta have time to throw it outside, brother.
They need to switch the routes up. They should have been trying to spread that ball around. Because right now, all the defense did was cue in. All the defense did was cue in on Zay.
Look how many times
of course, I'm like saying, if I'm a wide receiver and I'm Rashad Bateman, I'm sitting here running these routes whenever this entire time.
Bro,
I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, I got a hamstring injury. I'm gonna go ahead and go sit down.
Oh man,
you ain't throwing to me anyway.
You can't throw it to him. He can't throw it to him.
If you ain't throwing to me, why am I playing? I'm gonna sit here and go.
He can't throw it to him. He ain't got no time.
Go ahead and hop off the daggone sideline. Yeah, because I ain't getting no play.
Don't that.
Who's the wide receiver?
Don't be that dude, bro. You get paid like everybody else get paid. You ain't gonna do that.
But I'm saying he wants to be fed just like everybody else. I mentioned this during the offseason. I said, who ain't gonna get fed? I was like, everybody ain't gonna get fed with all these guys here, but nobody's getting fed except for Zay.
Man, Cal, if real talk, if Bateman's in his feelings like that, and it's only the third game of the season, then he don't need to be a Raven, period. Because then he's going.
That is exactly what happened. I'm saying the last couple plays out because he probably thought the game was over. Okay, but of course it's just like he can't go back on the field now because of the fact. If you go look at the play after that, after he was listening that, right?
You already said that play.
Well, look at that play after that because he do like a slight jog off the field or whatever, just like Ginger. But you telling me
we don't know. You don't know.
You talking about this early.
We don't know. He could have been.
No. But at the same time, you just said earlier. You said that Harbaugh pulled Bateman off the field because he didn't want him to get injured. But then on the other side, we got Tyler Wallace, who's on injured reserve now, who is actually playing through an injury. Why is it inconsistent?
Tyler Wallace didn't play through the injury. He was out the game too.
Yeah, they said earlier today, Zarebic said Wallace was playing hurt on special teams, so he was still playing through the injury.
Who said that?
That was Rebick.
Jeff Shariba said Tylen Wallace was playing through the injury.
He said he was playing hurt through the injury.
Okay, so hold on. Who's in charge of the coordinators? Who's in charge? Who's in charge of special teams?
Who
Think
the
about
head coach?
no,
Who the head coach? He said he sees it. He knows.
No, that's not your job.
Guys,
You a head coach. You got to manage the game. You're not even pulling people unless you know they hurt. They actually hurt.
So why is he over here pulling people on offense when he ain't pulling nobody on the special teams? Then he got the same power across the board.
Huh?
He got the same power across the board. If he's supposed to do it on offense, he also needs to be able to pull the guys.
Who showed they did? If maybe he didn't show he was hurt. You judging. Look. Ain't nobody that moist. Ain't nobody that damn soft that's getting paid to play in a professional league. Tylen trying to get some burn. Ain't nobody gonna get their feelings hurt because you can't get the ball to him. You know damn well he can't get the ball to him.
You telling me no wide receiver ain't sitting here and whine about
he ain't got no time. He had no time.
We got a wide receiver that literally had his daddy put out videos and swap teams because he was not getting the ball.
Stop right now. Every pass that Lamar threw in that game that was deep. Every pass that he threw was down the middle of the field. Everything was in between the hashes. Everything.
Why wasn't he going to the outside?
Because he couldn't get no time.
You ain't got time. You got time to throw to the middle of the field deep, but you ain't got time to do that.
Bro, look at the covers. They play cover two. They play cover two, but you ain't gonna get over top unless
there's a pocket in cover two.
You can't go. You can't
around. And at the same time, even if you ran a fly on it, there is a pocket in the cover two when they have to transition from the corner to the safety.
You cannot go outside on cover two.
You can go outside on cover two. There's holes all through cover two.
You cannot go outside on cover two.
There's holes outside on cover two. Because there's the transition that you got to have from the corner that plays short, and then there's the safety back there that's supposed to go over the top. There is a pocket.
Hold on. Okay. Tell me this. In cover two, where's the soft part of the defense in cover
there's
two?
There's a soft part in the middle of the field, deep.
Exactly.
There's also pockets on the like
there's no real pockets there. There's no real pockets unless you got corners that are horrible. There's no real pockets there.
There's pockets there.
Hold on. There's no real pockets over. You got to get past the corner. There's no real pockets there. So you got to
tell me if I run a running back on an outside pass right here, just like a double screen or whatever, right?
Okay.
And I have my wide receiver running straight, 15 yards or like that. You tell me that there's not a transitional period between that safety and that corner.
That running back, not between this, not.
No, because right now, if I do that, guess what? That corner has to play up because they have to receive that that running back that's coming out of the backfield on a pass.
It depends on where
you leave that pocket sitting open there. If you got a tight end running across the middle on a fly, then you already know that safety has to come up for that wide receiver. But they have a choice to make, and that's where things get left over.
If I'm playing cover two, there's two things I'm not allowing the receiver to do. I'm passing him. If I'm going to pass him off, I'm making sure he gets to the inside. If he's on the outside, I'm not letting him pass off. I'm not passing him off until I know that their safety's over there. But I can take more of a chance. I'm not just going to pass him off and just sit there 10 yards back. That's not how you're going to play cover two.
No, you have to coordinate. Yeah, it's great communication, but unless they have perfect communication, there's still a hole in it. There's still be a hole in that transition.
Cover two is down the middle of the field.
Yeah, there's a hole in the middle of the field, but there's also, if you line it up right, like I said, each play is going to have 4 different
holes. Okay, so don't blame. So you can't blame them all. Stop blaming Lamar.
Defense is going to have 4 holes in it, no matter whether it's Lamar down the field. There's 4 pockets, and then cover 2.
Those pockets don't live. If you got good safeties, that pocket ain't living.
So they're saying the Colts safeties is phenomenal.
They got a good second. The Colts safeties know what the heck they doing. All right. We got to take into accountability. One, it's raining. That's one. It ain't like it's 70 degree weather out there where he can just sit back and he can get busy. It's raining. Number 2, you got a backup line. They may have showed up against Cincinnati. They ain't that damn good. Kevin Zeitler, who's one of our best linemen, he wasn't playing that damn good. You talked about Moses, but he probably did the best damn job, him and Simpson. But other than that, the stunts that was running up front, that was all in Lamar's face. When he got that sack, when he was trying to please Superman, when he shouldn't have did that, all in
that side. That was coming from Moses' side.
No, it was not. It came. Look at the tape. It came right down past Kevin Zeitler. It came right in his face. Everything was right in Lamar's face.
They didn't come off that edge. They come off the edge, and that was what coming out to Lamar.
You throw the ball when it's right in your face, and you got to get out the pocket. There was
The
no
deep shots though, like on one of the deep shots or a few of those deep shots, you just got to give Bateman a chance. There's been times when he should have
why
been
you
able
just
to.
don't
They should have tossed that up and they would have been able to make that play.
You can't play quarterback
He
like
only got 3 targets the whole game.
that. That's all
3
right.
targets, man.
That's all right. You can't play quarterback like that. You can't just throw it up in the air and
Why not? You got the receivers to do it. That's what we brought him here to
Why-
Baltimore for.
who
I'm not
does
saying
that?
throw it up every day. I'm not talking
Who
about
does
every
that?
single play, but I'm talking about get that boy a chance to make some plays.
Okay, but he wasn't separating any
He
place.
was separated. You saw the even lead the play. He was
He hit him on the
sitting
outside
with that bag on safety. He should have been able to take that over the top. That could have been a home.
That's not Lamar's fault. That's whatever the call is. That's not Lamar's fault. Have him run
to
a
look at a different option,
not
man. I'm
Lamar's
telling
fault.
you, Zay is every
not
day
Lamar's
on option, every play.
You
You got
playing
2 damn targets a game. Come on.
He's running 5 yards. It's a 5. He's running 5 yards. B, that's easy. That's easy money. That's the same thing him throwing it to the running backs. That's easy money. That makes
Anyway, let's go over here to Wilbur's question.
total sense, B. You got to think about what you're saying before you just go up and say,
I think about it plenty. I'm sitting here looking right at it. Like, why did the target he needs to get? Like, hey, look, this
blaming
guy.
Lamar, and it's not Lamar.
Definitely the ball around. It's on
You-
Lamar, it's on coaching, it's on a lot of different things.
No. So no. Go back. So
And it's it is like
blaming Lamar for what happened.
Okay, we can blame the weather, we can blame the refs, we can blame.
I'm not blaming the weather, but I'm just saying
Lamar not sitting here hitting his targets like he did the hard
blame
also
Lamar.
spreading the ball around.
You blame Lamar. You blame Lamar for the. You blame Lamar for what
I'm not gonna be the Lamar apologetic crew or whatever. For
I don't care about being Lamar.
Not having a great game. It wasn't a great game.
Nobody had a great game.
No, nobody had a great game. We can agree on that.
Nobody had a great game, but nobody was. You act just because.
I feel like he should have been peppering the dark. Look for another target. Stop sitting here going after Zay the whole daggone game.
He had how many yards did he have? He had 50 yards. That's not a good game. That means that nobody was open. You had 50 yards. That means that
but
you
nobody open.
For
he was like all 22, and I'm pretty sure people was open.
Bro, he had 50 yards. Look at it. He had 50 yards.
Go straight to the tape, and we can see people was open.
He had. It's not about the fact that people weren't open. He could not get the ball to him.
All right, time to pull the Belichick. We got to move on to the next week. Moving on. He
had no time.
All right, moving on to.
You can't say he had time. Jermaine, he had time?
We moving on.
He had time, brother.
We moving on to Cleveland. All right, Will's question here. Serious question. If Lamar had issues holding on the ball versus the Colts, do you see him doing better against our defense?
No.
He said,
no.
All right. So anyway, we're moving forward, folks. Let's go into
it's not that
good here.
Not that good.
The Browns.
Sorry, they play the same offense the past 3 weeks. They're not that good. Sorry, they're good, but they ain't damn good.
So facts on the Browns right now, right? Like right now,
can get it tonight.
When we're looking at the Browns, we're looking at a pretty good rush offense. Like this team is the number 4 rush offense in the league. So they can ball. They can flat out ball on the ground, no matter who's back there in the backfield. Whether they're guys, guys on IR. You got Hunt that's back now. I mean, he's got some injury issues or like that, but I think he's going to come back just fine. But Jerome Ford is the dude. He is that dude right now for these guys. And but the Ravens, I mean, as far as their rush defense, we're number 8 in the league, so it's not too big of an issue. I think we'll be able to handle some of these runs that are going to happen from Cleveland because they are maximizing them on those, and that's setting Deshaun Watson up to have decent game. Like he had a good game against Tennessee. He had 2 touchdowns, so I think he was looking pretty on point. He made Amari Cooper look like he had everything back that he had when he was with the Cowboys the other day. So I feel like when it comes to their offense, it's gonna be a handful because we got a bunch of injuries, but at least we're getting some guys back. I don't know if you saw. Did you see Humphreys this weekend? Today? He was on Twitter, dancing around.
Dance his ass back on the practice field.
Yes. So he needed to do a little bit of dancing, and he did a little dance trying to prove that he might be back this week. In fact, you hear in the video, and it might be always saying this because he's the one holding the camera up. He's saying that this week Humphrey is coming back. I don't know if they revealed anything, but that's what he said. And you see Humphrey actually doing a little dance right there. So, what are your thoughts there?
You better hurry up. That's all I told.
Yeah, we need help is on the way. What they say?
Hurry up. God is good. Yeah, hurry up. That's what he said. I said, he said, God is good. Yeah, hurry up. Hurry up.
Let's see. All right, so there's that. And then, so as far as the Browns, they got the number 2 rush defense. So the entire season, they've only given up 156 yards. You think Gus gonna be ready to handle this on Sunday?
It's fool's gold, man. Y'all got to stop playing with me. It's week 4, man. It's fool's gold. You know who they played? You know who they played, right? You do know who they played, Wilbur. They played Cincinnati. They run the same offense. They played Tennessee. They run the same offense. Who else do they play that run the same offense?
I don't know.
They played Pittsburgh.
Yep. I mean, Pittsburgh. That was a defensive game out of this world, and I think Baltimore we got to avoid allowing Cleveland to get that kind of action in our backfield. They've only had 8 sacks on the year. Cleveland has, or 9 sacks, but they had 3.5 Sunday from Garrett. So if he's getting hot, then we got a problem.
You played Tannehill, Pickett, and a hurt Joe Burrow.
Yeah, but we also just mentioned that we had some pretty bad line issues we got to clean up from the past game. So we got Garrett and we got line issues. We got a problem. Am I right?
I don't know about no problem. I just know if you're playing the same teams, they got the same offense. Everything. If it's a duck and it quack, if it's a duck, it's a duck, man. I'm calling it what it is. I'm not saying that they don't have a good defense. Cleveland's always had a good defense. They just didn't have a good coach. So I'm not going to say they don't have a good defense. Everybody in the AFC North has always had a good defense. But it's week 4. I'm happy. I'm happy for you, Wilbur. They got the number 1 defense. I'm happy. But they played Tannehill, trash.
Sorry. I mean, when you make Derrick Henry, King Henry, look like a peasant. This dude had 1.5 yards per carry.
They run the same offense. You see that offense in practice.
Even if you run the same offense, Henry is that dude.
If you look in the past, every time they played Tennessee, that's Derrick Henry's worst games. He's fumbled twice against them when they played him in Tennessee. Every time Cleveland plays Tennessee, every time Cleveland plays Cincinnati, they trash him because they run the same offense. They running the same thing. So it's like who's gonna figure who out? That's basically what it runs down to.
Yeah. I mean, it's like us with our rush, with our rush offense, we got the number 5 rush offense in the league. However, neither team have allowed a rushing touchdown this year.
What are you talking about?
Neither team have allowed a rushing touchdown.
Oh.
Yeah. They both have really stout defenses against the run. Neither one has allowed a touchdown this year.
Hey, what up, brother?
What's good, man? All right, so we'll go back. We'll go back to here to Wilbur. We'll say Wilbur says doesn't matter what offense there is, Lamar doesn't have time to throw.
We'll see about this week. He got the starters back. We'll see about this week.
Yeah, I definitely want to see him get that time to be able to hit those guys, man. Be nice to, for him to not be under crazy amounts of pressure, no matter where it comes from.
Jermaine complained about he only throwing to Zay all day.
It's the truth.
Bro, he had a choice, man. You gotta look at the scheme of the plays. That's not his fault. That's not his. Everything that he threw, Lamar threw down that majority of that whole game was between the hashes. Whether it was Isaiah Likely, Zay, or Nelly. The song when he threw the dude, all the passes he threw to Andrews, everything was between. Even all the deep shots was between the hashes. He barely threw anything outside.
Upstairs. Hang on a sec.
That line is boo boo, y'all. Yeah, Brooke. What up? Hi, Lisa. Wilbur. Your team is good, bro. Yeah, Cleveland's always been good. I always got respect for Cleveland. But you can talk a lot of trash, but it's all good. It's all good. This is what I walk in on.
Sorry, I had dogs throwing bones, apparently.
Huh?
The dog just picks up bones and just decides to toss their bone. I don't know. It's probably something else.
Sorry.
Anyway, Brooke says flip. I don't know what that means. You know what she's talking about?
No. Didn't catch it.
Yeah.
I ate already engraved, so I had protein.
Oh yeah, we forgot to do what's for dinner.
It's one of those days I had to audition and stuff, so I ain't have really time to do nothing else. So I had protein pancakes.
Yeah.
What kind of dog you got?
Well, I got 3 of them.
Engrave was asking what kind of dog.
Oh,
Engrave
okay.
is invested in his dog since
I got
name your dog Engrave Pookie.
I got a husky and I got 2 pits. One of them's named Raven, another one named Hero, and then the husky's named Timber. And we got a cat. Yeah.
I gotta stop agreeing with me because Couch gonna get upset with me.
Come on. Oh, he just wanted to agree with whatever. He's like, all right, cool. All right. Let's see. He said, "Oh, y'all got a whole farm." Yeah, it does feel like, yeah, I'm annoyed at night because they come bother me. Apparently, I'm their person. It's good times. All right, so we still on this. What I wanted to talk about was Cooper. Like I said, Cooper had, in the last 2 games, he's had 206 yards in the last 2 games. But we also have had a surprise for our defense, and that is with Stevens. And I know, Brooke, I know you wanted to have some apologies. You wanted to apologize on here because you felt so bad about talking trash about Stevens this entire offseason. So if you want to go ahead and mention in the comments of how bad you feel about the situation, we really appreciate it.
Bro,
yeah.
Did you say Stevens was gonna get cut?
She did.
No, you said it, brother.
Did I say it?
Yeah, Brooke, don't you apologize about nothing. This
No, hold on. No. I need to review the tape on that
you
one.
Said review the tape because you said he wasn't gonna make the team. You said Worley was gonna make the team.
Let me go back to my list. I think I got it somewhere over here. It's probably, you probably hold on. Let's see. I got it right here. I got it right here.
Black fellow tonight, brother. Came in on your feelings and yeah.
Hold on. Let's see.
Yo, why it disappeared?
Hold on. Right, it's right here. It's right here. Well, dang, I sure did. Nope. All right, cool. I'll go ahead and apologize as well.
You're something else. You are something else tonight.
All right. America, I'm gonna go ahead and apologize. Stevens, you have excelled in your position on the outside. So you kept talking about he was gonna be this inside guy. I think his position is definitely on the outside. He's looking solid out there. And for him to be playing as aggressive as he is, you can see it. Like he is canceling out players. It's nice to see. It's nice to see. Huh?
Do you think about this before you say it? I like this, Kam Ru. Brooke, hush. I ain't gonna always be on your side. I'm a man of truth. Look, think about this before you say it. Is he canceling out players, or is the other side just Darby and what's my man name? Rocky Sin? Are they?
You think that's just that susceptible?
Huh?
You think that they're the weak side and they're getting peppered?
Are they coming at him more? Because think about this woman. I would say that they were just coming at him more but he's not always lined up against the best receiver. If you get the most tackles at corner, that don't always mean that you're doing a great job. That means that you just
tackle. Yeah, you're getting peppered. You getting they're taking more chances at you. They're taking more shots.
Right. So is he the best corner, or is he? I still think he's better inside because he's a great tackler. He is like a sledgehammer, right? You see that already.
Yeah. I just think it's also some McDonald as well because
you get with Jimmy, like Jimmy need to come there with Brooks' permission and just help him work on his technique, or Marlon need to talk to him about his technique. That's what I think because sometimes he gets beat.
Yeah.
And like that play with Pittman, like he got beat. I'm thinking because he is a big dude, he should be able to stay with a bigger guy. But
yeah, I mean, Pittman he's just an athlete, though, man. He's just full on. Hey, I think that was just a better man. I mean, that was just man on man. Better man won on that situation. But I mean, when you look at McDonald's defense, the way it's set up, it's set up to push everything to the middle of the field, and I think that's where these corners they're being hidden. I don't know how McDonald has figured out the defense to be able to hide these corners and push most of the action towards the middle of the field to keep everything that's supposed to be downfield for those downfield shots. they are making sure everything was channeled to the middle of the field. I saw that in the Cincinnati game. I saw a little of that in the Colts game, whatever. But I mean, I like how it's set up because they know that we can't really trust these corners on the outside to be handling business on their own as much. But it's just how the front seven and how the secondary has acted to keep everything in front of them in the center. These corners, they make them look pretty darn good because of all that action going to the middle.
But just thinking about it, do you think he's playing? Is he right now? I guess because he's playing 100% of the snaps, he's the best corner out there. But I don't think he's the best corner out there. That's just my opinion. How I look at it. Like,
I mean, who's the best corner out there?
I don't know that I don't know because
I think I still got to give it to Stevens. I feel like
the only reason I'm saying that is because I can't. It's hard for me to measure. Like his first game of the season, he was all right. Second game, I think the whole secondary played lights out. Even that T. Higgins touchdown, the second one, he pushed Darby.
That also was a height advantage. I mean, it was like six.
No, not the first one he got on Washington, yeah, but the one on Darby, that was a blatant push. That
was an extension of arm. That's that the second time this season, or that was the first time, but the second time this season, we have seen these push-offs, a full extension of the arms with the running back. This past weekend, that was a full extension of the arm.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Darby had him covered. He pushed him. He clearly pushed him and then caught the touchdown.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, is Stevens balling that much, or are they testing his side more because they can't find nothing open on the other side? Because if Darby didn't slip, Darby would have took one to the house last night. On Sunday. If the ball, that should have been going to the house. Oh man, that should have been.
But I was saying thing in the Houston game. There was one that pretty much, if Stevens didn't die for it, if he had ran it at normal, he probably could have.
Yeah, that was true. That's true. I just don't know. I don't know. I mean, the coaches know better. They know better than we do. But
she said, well, let me go to Delicious comment first because he has something to say about Rocky Sin. He says, still concerned the fact that we haven't seen much of Rocky Sin, especially since we gave him more money than MP got with the Raiders. How has MP looked for the Raiders?
He looked good against Pittsburgh.
Yeah. He did. I was hearing a couple of comments of him. Yeah, him kind of locking some things down on his side.
Yeah, every time Pickens got off, he wasn't on MP. He was on the other side. I don't know the other dude's name,
but Adams, man,
Pickens on this side. Huh?
Adams kind of went off that game. Man, I mean, I'm sorry, kid, switch gears, but wow, I think he blew it up that game.
But I think that him and Darby have done 50% of the game snaps. So I don't know how long they're gonna continue to do that. They still trying to figure out who's who and what's what, and figuring out now that the fact that Darius is on IR, who's gonna play in the slot. Because I don't think Kyle is always going to play in the slot, but I think that Geno has played his way into getting more time. However, they're going to roll it out. So maybe they just going to have different packages for different players. I don't want to do
that. Kenny D said Peters got toasted by Calvin Austin. What did I told y'all once he faced them young legs, it's going to be a problem. He is one of the better zone experts out there. Peters is. He's phenomenal in zone. But right now, when it comes to running man to man, it could be a problem for Peters. And that's the whole thing I was mentioning, why he would get exposed on our defense if he was still here that same type of way. But but you get him in the red zone, like I said, red zone, Peters is going to rule because he ain't got to cover that much, and he can still use his eyes to be in that backfield, looking at that QB.
Kenny's a Pittsburgh fan, so was that one play? Because every corner get burned once every boom boom. And Calvin Austin, correct me if I'm wrong, don't he run like a 4.2?
Yeah, I wanted him on the Ravens. That dude was a burner.
Yeah, he's
they got him 2 spots before we actually got to our pick.
So
we went in a different direction.
You can't count one. Don't count one play and say he had a bad game. He had a solid game.
Don't get wrong. Kenny is a Pittsburgh fan, so maybe kind of biased in there.
Waving the flag. We didn't even play you this week, bro. You better worry about the Texans.
The Texans are legit a problem to worry about now. The the way Dell is running.
San
Oh my God.
Francisco against y'all again.
Yeah. I don't think they want. Don't even say San Francisco. Kenny might just full on. Man, we got to look out for Kenny. Can't say words like San Francisco against him like that. That was just wrong that week. All right. Lisa says, Jermaine Kam Ru, how would you feel about the refs needing glasses on those non-calls? You check that prescription.
I'm not talk about that. We get fined.
Yeah. You know we can't go into. I'm going. Them refs bad. They were terrible. My thing, I mean, you get paid $200,000. Is it $200,000 a year just for your just to handle your business, to learn your craft, to be good at what you do? You get paid about as much as a pediatric nurse or something like that. Like, come on.
We getting fined. We don't need to talk about the refs. We get fined.
I know. I'm not trying to catch a FedEx envelope or whatever. They were like, "Oh yeah, you please sign here." I'd be like, "Huh?"
You're not allowed to talk about the refs. We get fined.
Oh, is that a fine?
Trying to help out Indianapolis in their cause. We get fined.
Mm-hmm. All right. So anyway, Delicious says he got blown by one time. Other than that, he was good and played physical. Was getting in the box, tackling Josh Jacobs. Like I said, right now they got to use him for what he can do best. You got to shield that guy from being roasted by fast opponents and stuff. So
I think Delicious, you messed up. Not Josh. Josh on this team. You meant what's the running back for I can't think of his name. I don't know why I can't think.
He talking about Warren and Harris.
Huh?
Warren and Harris. I think that's what he's talking about.
Yeah, not Josh. Josh on this team, brother.
Yeah, you gotta have all hands on deck when tackling a guy like Harris. You know, that dude was. He's been stiff arming people since the preseason. So we already know if they let him rumble, but they've been letting Warren take the majority of his reps.
Hold on, going back to Cleveland.
Yeah.
Old boy only had 33 yards for it.
Oh, for it?
He didn't have a great. He averaged 1.3 yards a carry.
Okay.
Yeah. And they had some. They also had some offensive line issues.
Yeah, and I think he did have that big run against Pittsburgh, but that was a change of direction. It was not the play. He had to improvise.
They took him for granted. I think they not take him for granted. They don't know. You never seen him run before, so
yeah,
probably got out of okay.
He used to a slower, bigger guy. Not saying that Hunt is not Hunt, but I'm not saying that Chubb is super slow, but at the same time, it is a different change of pace back. Delicious. Yeah, sorry, Najee. Yeah, I know what you mean, man.
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah. All right. So there was some facts that I had looked up. So we looked at Lamar. He's the only.
He should be going in. Sorry.
Oh, Lisa, like you did this with the Colts thing. I think we threw up this score. We don't need that score, Lisa. We'll get projections.
I like your numbers, Lisa. I like your numbers.
I love that girl optimism. I swear, she's the most hardcore Purple Raven we've ever met. All right. So anyway, when it comes to the 5 facts on the Ravens, like I said, number 5 rush offense, number 8 rush defense. We haven't given up a touchdown on the ground yet, but we hadn't had a 100-yard wide receiver in a game yet. I feel like it's time.
What's our ranking in the top? Are we in the top 5
for wide receivers?
Defense? Who's the number one? Well, obviously Cleveland's the number 1 defense. Where are we?
Oh, are you talking about? I just had the rush offense and rush defense. I didn't get the offensive stats because.
What are you looking at? Because I'm just curious who's the number 1. Who's the number 1? I mean.
Yeah, I was on NFL.com earlier.
Huh?
I was on NFL.com earlier.
Just curious who's the top 5 defense.
Yeah. And then I have a feeling San Francisco is one of those.
Absolutely.
Well, we know it ain't Denver.
I don't know what happened.
Look, that team, man, looks so terrible this weekend. You got people yelling at you, talking about, I'm big boy, no little boy. While you laying face first on the ground, it's a bad day. That was a perfect Southwest commercial, whatever. Dude just yelling at him the whole time. It's just like, he looking at him like, want to get away? All right. So Brooke says Lisa believes in us too much.
Somebody got to do it. we ain't doing a good job. We got to do better.
Yeah.
We got to do better.
Yes, absolutely. You know, like they got to protect Lamar better. The dude been sacked 8 times so far. So, you know, he had one game where he didn't receive a sack, and that was really good protection. I think they stepped up again, you know, against Cincinnati, and it kept him pretty clean. And here, this last game, he didn't get as clean. It was just really a tough day. And you know, it's sad that we took that L. I thought for sure that 61 yarder would have been hit by Justin, but it didn't. Anywho, Kyle Hamilton, he had a day. He had one heck of a day against them. Hopefully, they use him in more packages to where he's blitzing off the line. Because the thing about Deshaun is pressure bust pipes. This dude, we've done it before. When we played Houston, we played Deshaun. I'm telling you, those sacks, it rattles this guy, and his whole performance just goes down the drain. It showed in multiple games in the last couple, and even this season. Like when Deshaun is under pressure, he does not perform well. We need to get that pressure there, the same amount of pressure that we was getting against Uncle Rico. I mean, Gardner Minshew. Sorry for disrespecting you, sir.
That's a big name you like to go by. We good. Go with it.
Just saying, like after he did us the way he did it, I feel like we gotta show him a little respect. All right. So anyway, Brooks says McDaniel was in the stadium calling plays with the fans. Yeah, that's interesting. Delicious, he says, is anyone surprised about Jadeveon being our best pass rusher? And do y'all find that concerning?
I find it concerning. Honestly, I'm not surprised. I think that I think the only reason I'm not surprised because one, he seemed to be a little eager to get back into the game, and he was hyped. I think he wanted to come in back when he was at the Texans. To be honest with you, I mean, obviously money wise, everything plays a part. But when he was at the Texans, him and Sis are very close. They're real cool. So I know he had a love for the team back then.
I think I like just seeing the amount of pressure he brings. You know, whether he's getting home or not, you're seeing him constantly and almost getting home.
Yeah, I didn't want him to be the best pass rusher we had. Maybe I wanted him to be like the second or third because I wanted, you want to see who you drafted.
I want to see Owe and Ajabo do their thing.
Yeah, but not available. Can't say nothing. So it is what it is.
Kenny G or Kenny D, he says Andrews is Lamar's security blanket, and whenever Andrews is 100%, Lamar balls out. We did see a significant change in how the offense ran when those targets were heading in that direction. It helped spread things out a little bit. Offense definitely looked a little bit better with Andrews in it versus without it.
100%. I want to see the rankings, man. I'm looking at defensive rankings. Trying to find them.
So while you're going into that, so I'll talk about the Ravens. We sacked Minshew 5 times. Burrow, we sacked him 1 time. And Stroud, of course, we got him another 5. So we're sitting here with 11 sacks. We need to bring that same amount of pressure against these Browns, make Deshaun uncomfortable, and then find a way to make sure that Cooper is a non-factor the same way that we made Jamar Chase a non-factor.
Okay, right now, sorry to cut you off. All right, the number one, and this is still early in the game, right? So number one defense overall, obviously, is Cleveland, then San Fran, then it's the Jets, then it's New England, then it's the Cowboys, and this is probably about takeaways. I really look at the most important stat, and that's points scored.
Okay.
We've only really allowed one team to, we allowed Indianapolis to score 1 touchdown, but Cincinnati only got 2 on us, right?
Yep.
So, that's how I look at it. Like I look at the points allowed. So I think that we're right behind Philly. We're in the top 10. So, and if you take away those, we probably would still be number one as far as run defense if the communication was right and the outside linebacker set the edge like they were supposed to. I would have been more concerned about Zach Moss opposed to worrying about Minshew taking off on the bootleg because that last play Every time Moss got to the outside, he clipped off about 25 yards. He had 75 yards on the outside.
Yeah, you got to protect the edge. I think the Ravens recognize that. Hopefully, they go back and look at the tape and see, like, hey, look, this is a huge glaring hole in our defense right now.
Yeah, think about it. Biggest reason you got a rookie and you got a more or less a rookie.
Yeah.
I don't know why Malik that I did bother. I don't know why Malik Harrison wasn't playing outside linebacker more. They have Jeremiah Moon in there a lot more.
I saw a lot of 48 out there.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. I don't know if Robinson was fatigued. I know they had him coming in and out, but I would expect I guess because they only want Robinson going forward, opposed to so he would be behind Clowney. So I don't know. I mean when you ask him to stand up, he's actually done a pretty decent job. He's more athletic than I give him. So I don't know. So I just know I'm looking at who we played offensively and who Cleveland played. Kenny, I don't know how you feel about Pickett. I'm not convinced yet. I root for him because he's from Jersey, but that's about it. The only one I really root for is Fitzpatrick because that's my people. But other than that, I can't.
You playing a little dirty lately?
Who Kenny Pickett?
I know Fitzpatrick. They said he was like one of the dirtier players in the league.
I don't know. It might just be he just played angry like he always has since he was a kid, which made him. That's why he's so good as safety.
Yeah.
He come up. He Fitz is in the wrong era. He played anybody that went to Bama should have been playing in 1990s or the early 2000s. They played hard and they trying to take your life when they hit you. They ain't trying to, he wasn't trying to like the Chubb hit wasn't supposed to be. It wasn't really a dirty hit. It wasn't a dirty hit at all.
It wasn't a dirty hit at all. But I think it was another play they were talking to that was questionable. But the one where Chubb got hurt, that was just football.
That was just football. No, the one I think they talking about the one when he hit Jimmy Garoppolo, but he didn't purposely try to. He went for the sack. He didn't purposely try to take his head off. He was just tackling him. But when you going forward, you going 100 miles an hour. When somebody try to duck a little bit, you just going.
Yeah.
So you can't.
It's really hard to adjust. Yeah.
But the fact is, he dropped his head a little bit. You saw it. So that's wild. But he's not a dirty player. He just I believe anybody that played for Bama or for Georgia that played defense, they trying to come get you. They trying to take your life. When they hit you, they trying to hit you for real.
Oh yeah, they're trying to snatch souls. That's what they do.
If he dies, he dies.
All right, so we sitting here. We have 57 minutes, and I'll just throw the rest of these facts out there, and we'll just take some more comments. So the possible lineup at wide receiver is going to look a little different this Sunday.
Your boy gonna get out.
Yeah, we got Zay, we got Aguilar, Duve, Laquan Treadwell might get a shot, and Dante Demas. So I'm looking forward to both of them. Like I said, if there's some sharing going on, just saying, just some equal distribution. We shouldn't see 10 targets, 5 targets, 4 targets, 4 targets.
Just the Cincinnati game, bro. The Cincinnati game. He said, "Yo, go ahead, man."
All right, so here we go. The next thing, like I said, Tylen. Unfortunately, I wanted to see this guy. I wanted to see Tylen show all the way. I wanted him to show the world. And but he's
it was one play on offense, and that was the kneel down.
Yeah.
Damn, they really not trying to work him in there. They ain't trying to. I don't know. That's where I have a problem. Like if we gonna go 3 receivers, I have a problem with it just being like the rotation is not good. I don't like the rotation. No fight, bro. No fight, bro. No fight, bro. It's over. No fight.
Yeah.
The rotation I don't like. I don't like the rotation, man. I think that if you're gonna have all 6 dressed, you running 11 personnel majority of the time.
They gonna need a blow.
Huh? Yeah.
Need a blow.
You got to work them in. That's the difference between, say, a Kansas City and what we do. Like Kansas City always rotating their receivers. I mean, you may have some that's out there majority of the time, especially Travis Kelce, obviously the tight end, he out there majority of the time, but the receivers, they rotating in like I want to say if there's a drive, maybe every 5 plays they rotating in.
Yeah, I think they have it just labeled by packages. It's like, all right, this particular package, that this grouping of personnel should be out there, and so that should they. They should be rotating those receivers within those packages or by those sets.
I don't know if Allen just playing special teams.
Yeah.
We're gonna get some type of fun.
Let's see here. Kenny D said the Ravens staff is busy looking at the Steelers Brown game tape. So usually that is what, Monday and Tuesday. Then there's a installation on Wednesday, or is it a walk? Or is it like installation on Wednesday? Then they do the real deal walkthrough Thursday, and I think it's like Friday flights and whatnot. So yeah, they looking. Oh, they definitely taking a look at tape here.
Can you looking to take shots? I said you looking for some shots.
Who that?
Keep that energy next week, sir. Keep that energy next week.
He said it makes me mad we don't use Gus like we should. Gus is always one play from breaking out like it's a jailbreak or something. Like just one tackle away, and I'm like, oh my gosh, here you go. This is the one. You got to go to the house. And somebody will snatch him up. I'm like, oh, like right there.
Touch.
Yeah. All right, so let's see. Last couple facts here. The Ravens are 35-13 against the Browns. 35-13 overall record versus. Huh?
Where's Wilbur when he
on this? I'm pretty sure he has never looked this up. So the Ravens beat the Browns 11 games straight. 11 times straight. But the last time we swept them was in 2020. And let's see. The last one is kind of a neutral fact. Neither one of our quarterbacks has averaged more than 230 yards a game.
Mm.
So they need to start to bump those numbers up a little bit. Unless we have a phenomenal ground game. I'm all about a phenomenal ground game because that way it kind of keeps Garrett from pushing his helmet into the sternum of our quarterback.
I hope we catch him when they try to make him travel back and forth like he's trying to intimidate. I want to catch him moving and run the play while he's moving. Mm-hmm. That way he can't get set.
And I'm not crazy about the amount of screen passes that were used in week 1, but I would not mind seeing that level or that type of game plan come out against the Browns because of that amount of pressure that they like to do. Let's see. All right, so Brooke, I don't know what's going to be. Let's go over to Lisa. Lisa says, I like when you guys discuss it. No fireworks, please.
I love my brother. We
need to hug it out, man.
I love my brother.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're always going to agree. That's what
we ain't going to agree all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like we might fight a little bit,
Lisa's like, I don't like it. All right, I'm sorry. I don't want Lisa to be upset with me. I'm sorry, Lisa. Love you. Brooke like the fireworks. Oh, she talking about Wilbur.
Yeah, Wilbur talking about
11 people in the room. You know what that means?
Oh yeah, 11 people. I need 11. Let me get 11 likes. You know what I'm saying? That's what that means. We had like 13. I think when we were battling, it was like 18 in the room. People just eating my popcorn. Just.
I really think your boy. I think he's gonna get off. I think this might be the. if it works out the way I play, I think it will mentally. I think this might be the Clowney show. I think he might.
Okay.
I'm just saying because they interviewed him and he said, I got love for everybody. But the way he's saying it is like he good, but the feeling of his voice is like, yeah, it didn't go down the way I don't like the way I exited. So he gotta I feel like he has to, sometimes you gotta prove something a little bit. You got a little, So
I think when it comes to this, I think Harbaugh probably sat there and was like, look, I've been watching all this Dion and Oregon stuff or whatever. When you guys get in front of the media, give them nothing. And they can get everything they can get out of their system on the sideline. They can do all that there on the sideline, but don't do that. I don't know if you saw the video after the game for the Ducks versus Colorado,
Oh yeah,
Oregon made an entire montage of all the trash talk
yeah.
that Colorado did. They made a montage of the trash talk of how dirty they talked about the Oregon players, the stepping of the logo. I mean, it was bad.
Oregon, Colorado did that.
Yeah. Oregon made a montage of all the trash talk that Colorado did during the game and during the warmups. One dude got on the camera and was like, "I don't even think y'all want to be here at this game because it's about to be a full-on beatdown." That's what the Colorado dude said before the game.
Yeah, they're not even at that level yet, man. They like freshmen and sophomores. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, that level of maturity just ain't there. They in here just trying to sell wolf tickets and got completely dogged.
Oregon turning into the Georgia of the West.
Yeah, and the thing is, Dion, he in some trouble this weekend.
Oh,
he in trouble this weekend because the number one NFL prospect, Caleb Williams, is about to play Dion again. About to play Dion this time. And you got a running back named Marshawn Lloyd, who had 154 yards.
But they ain't got no line, man. That defensive line, they too young. They still like you can tell look at their body frames and on their line compared to Oregon line. Like it's like a Division III school. Like they're not ready for all the big boys yet, man. I'm still rooting for Prime. Don't get me wrong, because he keep it like he'll never say nothing negative. But the players better they need to shut up. I know you feel good.
I ain't never heard so much trash talk from some players. Not just this week, last week. Against Colorado State. That was they were considered the good guys.
No, I give a pass on because I think that was because of the coach from Colorado State. I think he lit the fire for them to be like feeling some type of way. So I give a pass on.
And I mean, those players they kind of really turn into bad guys on the field too. I was just like, okay, all right, Dion, go get him, do your thing. I ain't gonna be mad.
I think another reason he said something about Oregon, felt some type of way about Oregon because the coach from Oregon had first said something when Dion got there. He said something about him in the NIL. I don't know. It's just a lot of coaches that's taking shots at him.
Yeah. Now I like how Dion got him though, because he said, I think the coach said, when you talk to a grown man, you take your hats off, your glasses off, whatever. Yeah. And Dion bought the whole team glasses and got them all hats, and they was in the press.
Stadium had shades. Yeah, that shows how much love they have for him. But I'm saying like the Oregon coach had a couple of words for him before, and then he backtracked on him. Like he was like, nah, it's not like that. Da, 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 da. But that's why all the trash talking he was saying was in.
He held it for his team, and he motivated his team.
I'm saying, but before the season even started, he was talking trash on or Coach Prime, like especially with the fact like he was going. This was around the time Prime was having the surgery, and he couldn't show up for the Pac-12 meeting.
Yeah,
and he said it was some slick talking there, but I don't know. A lot of these coaches are jealous of a Hall of Famer coaching college ball and the way he moved up. Like he moved up, and I hope he don't never go to the pros because I think that he's helped. He what he says, and I didn't see the 60 minutes, but everybody loved the 60 minutes, and I love the fact that he like listen. Everybody they want to play in the league, but I'm more worried about them becoming men, and I love the fact he said that because it's the truth.
I do like how he has a special ability to develop men, and that's kind of what you need to be able to lead a football team. Sure, you can have a strategist as your offense coordinator. You can have a strategist as your defensive coordinator. But when it comes to being that head coach of the team, can you lead these men?
Yeah.
And that's what that's why most offensive coordinators, most defense coordinators, they don't pan out when they get hired to be that head coach because they don't have that extra skill set of getting to the effective domain of a young man.
But the thing is, nobody felt no type of way. Jim Hall, well, he's not a Hall of Fame coach. I mean, Hall of Fame player. So I guess that's why they didn't feel any type of way about him.
Yeah. It
doesn't matter if the coaches are black or white. They all feel some type of way about Prime being in there. And that's probably because he's going about it a different way. And then on top of that, you brought in 48.
He kicked out 45. He brought in 71.
Oh, see? He wants certain people there. He wants certain, and it is a job interview. That means that either they forget. I don't know. Maybe they weren't playing football the right way, or maybe they, I don't know. Maybe they just didn't care. But you looking at
Or
everything.
he also said he wasn't going to leave Jackson State, and he was going to continue to push the HBCU brand.
Was, but
I mean, but people can change. People can change.
no, that wasn't on him. That part wasn't all on him though. The fact that he left.
Yeah, I mean his salary was extremely low.
Well, no, it wasn't just about the money. He probably ain't hurt for no money. You know.
Yeah, I mean he was also getting his car. His car was getting broken into like on a weekly basis. They broke into the man's locker room during the game, stole the stuff. Yeah.
See, this is the problem, bro. With a lot of the HBCU, it's sad, but you see somebody successful, then it's like, oh, they start giving them a problem. So it's like, you know what? That's why he said he didn't want to put anything on them. That's why he said, you know, either you stay long enough to, either you move on before you get fired, or you stay long enough to get fired. He said, and I did enough. I can't, and then I want to give one of his assistants. He said, I want to give him an opportunity. You know, so
Dion ain't gonna do me a favor. He need to just go across the street, just a little bit up the street.
yeah,
This big old mountain, right? And this mountain has an academy on it, an Air Force Academy.
ain't going there.
I'm gonna need him to go and transfer over there and fix my broken Air Force football team.
Ain't going.
He would rule that conference.
And y'all got to. Y'all ain't gonna pay him.
We ain't gonna pay him. We ain't got the money.
And they got to go. Oh, they go.
We do got it, but our money might be tied to the government and the Congress and continuing resolution stuff going on. So
That type of stuff.
he might not get his chips.
I'm rooting for Colorado though. I mean, I think if anything, it just reminds me of like, remember how Hawks came in? Michigan it took some time for them to really grow. I think it's gonna be the same thing with them. Like, I think next year they're gonna really be a problem because Warren Sapp is gonna come over and start coaching that D line, and those boys are gonna get bigger. Remember, they got freshmen and sophomores, maybe a junior or two on that line. That defensive line is still small.
Yeah.
You may get some more transfers, you may not, but you're gonna be able to recruit. I guarantee now you're gonna be able to recruit, bring some big boys in there.
Mm-hmm.
Start coming.
All right. Well, Brooklyn, we got an hour and 12 minutes. You know how to do it. You know how to do it.
Big old light out here, light.
Partying, let's see here. Party shots as far as the score or any type of matchups you're looking forward to seeing on Sunday?
I would like to see our offense at its fullest. I'm still waiting to see that. That's what I need to see. Because that's what I need to see. I need to see our offense at its fullest. I need to see everybody on the field. I need to see there's no big matchups that I'm looking for. Like, I just think that we haven't, I don't know. I don't know about Cleveland. Like, I think they're good, but I don't think they're that good.
I think they came together. They had a good against a bad team. I'll be honest. I just have no faith in Tennessee whatsoever this year. I feel like they did what they were supposed to do against a bad team.
Yeah, you beat a bad team. You're supposed to. I just don't understand. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't even think. I think that.
We're calling me out. All right. So what I'm saying is I want to see Fofo. Let me see Marlo come back. It would be great to see him on one side in either Rockiston or Stevens on the other. That'd be great.
To me, it's like styles make fights. That's why I said what I said about, not saying that I was saying what I was saying about Wilbur. You know, when they played Tennessee and they played Cincinnati, they give both of those teams fits because they run the same deep. They run the same offense. So you're seeing that offense every time. We see you next week, Lolly. When you playing that same defense, I mean, that defense playing that same offense, you know where it's going. You know what's going on. Like, you know how to beat that stretch zone. You know how, it's just who can get off first. when you running the same type of, running against the same type of offense.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna give them problems. But
and I'm hoping we give these guys problems on Sunday. It'd be sweet.
It'd be nice if everybody healthy.
Yes, indeed. We need help. Yeah, we need a majority of our healthy guys come on back, or these guys get healthy quick, come on back. We need to continue this winning record. Right now, we got our clutches on the top of the North. We need to keep it there. I appreciate y'all coming through. We fall off the couch for every week. We got mad up, yeah. We really do.
We come here ready for war.
Huh?
So we come here ready for war. We fall off the couch.
Absolutely. We'll be fighting next week. I mean, I had the show next week. Thanks for tuning in to the home of Original Sports Perspective. From our couch to yours. It's your couch rider Raven. You made me get through.
Salute.
Hey, 2 claps. Fade to black.
Introducing the Couch Rider Raven Report. Let's go. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. Couch Rider. Ravens, Ravens, hey, Ravens. We gon' ride out. Ravens, Ravens, hey, Ravens. Couch Rider. We gon' ride out.
For some of you Twitter gangsters, this is just a hobby, original sports perspective. You can't stop me. Couch Rider Report, it's reflective. Please respect it. You will get checked, and your knowledge will be tested. I ain't the coldest Raven, but this is my show. Shout out to the Barry White of rap for the beat, though.